All right, and we are live. Hi,
Awesome.
guys. It's going to take a second. Let me make sure that I have myself muted over here.
Okay. And I have
Oh,
it open on my computer so I can see comments over here.
I see B. I see long-haired, skinny-eyed toe, and Jonathan. Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Uh-oh. What? There we go. I had to get rid of all that. So how is everyone doing today? I am here with Vivi of
Hello.
Mystic Sunchild channel. If you guys don't know who she is, definitely go and check out. I think, let me see. Let me put your channel in here really quick. It is down below, but sometimes I know that people watch on their phones and it's not so easy to go down in the description. Let me put
Yeah.
it in the chat really quick.
I wonder how to open the chat on my phone.
I don't know that either, to be honest with you. I have no clue. I've tried several times and I'm just old. I'm not with it. I don't know what I'm doing here because I see people do it. I see
Yeah.
them do it. So if
Yeah.
anyone in the chat knows how to actually open it up on the
Yeah.
phone, we would be appreciated. It would be appreciated. So like I was saying with with Benabel, I would like to ask the majority of the questions, but I want to take a few of them away because I want to ask you some questions about the upcoming deck. All
Yeah,
right.
sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, so Mystic Sunchild, why did you name your channel that?
So it started with a poem. I wrote a poem and it was kind of like a culmination of a healing experience of connecting with that inner light. And it's basically a poem about my inner child and like before the world got to her. So that's where like that sun child part comes from. And then also the sun, like especially like in yoga, it's deeply symbolic. And like we're all like this lotus rising up to the infinite sun, right? And like expanding, going through the mud, through the water till you've reached that inner light. And yeah, it's just a beautiful journey. And that's what I want to embrace.
That's beautiful. I can imagine like the petals actually, because like if you have plants, you know that your plants will grow towards the sunlight,
Yeah.
so that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
So how would you, can you tell us anything about like your spiritual path?
Yes. Let's see. I don't even know where to begin because kind of like a plant, there's like different offshoots in different directions, right? Um, but let's say the pot that I was planted in was Judaism. That's 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 my ancestry in this lifetime, and it's kind of shaped my worldview, whether I like it or not. um, and I actually went through, I'm kind of giving you like a little bit of a history, actually.
That's perfect. That's what
Yeah,
we want to know about you. So
yeah, the evolution. Um, Judaism is how it started, but then I started questioning things, which is actually encouraged in Judaism. Like you're supposed to question everything and like hello. You're supposed to question everything. So I went through a whole atheist phase and kind of trying to understand the root of religion. So I was in community college and I took all the history of religion classes, all the anthropology classes to understand like humanity. And of course, that was a very Eurocentric point of view um, at the community college. But I was just trying to learn everything I could. And then I had a spiritual awakening. It's kind kind of sad. We're going to go low vibe for a second, but we're going to come right back up. My dad died. My fiance at the time left me. I had a knee injury and I was a dancer. So that was the death of being a dancer for a while. So all these things happened all at once that kind of forced me to stop identifying with this. And I don't know if I necessarily dissociated or something else. Like I haven't gotten that checked out, but I definitely had a spiritual experience. And hello. Yeah. Oh, I was also raised Jewish and became pagan in my bachelor's degrees in anthropology. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Jonathan,
cool is
hi.
that, right?
That's so cool. So people can relate, right? So then I went through I did an experiment of believing in God for a year and calling it God, and little miracles happened. And then I don't call it God anymore just because of all the, I don't know, I feel like what that is supposed to represent has been kind of co-opted by various like controlling religion type things. And so now I call it the
how
universe.
nice you're being about all this.
Yeah. I could be like a PR spokesperson, right? For religion. But yeah, I've definitely skewered religion in my life, but I learned not to toss the baby out with the bathwater. And anyways, I ended up here somehow. Yeah. Hi, Julie. Oh my gosh, so many awesome people here. Yeah. So how would I encapsulate that? I don't know. I'm a what's the word for it? Secular. I'm a secular Jew, non-denominational mystic. I believe in our collective oneness. If I were to call the universe or God anything, it would be our collective oneness, which manifests on the spiritual realm or in the literal physical realm as the universe. And the earth, right? We're all interconnected on earth. And I don't know, but I work with other deities, but I feel like they're part of our collective oneness. And that's how I have reconciled my Jewish upbringing, which says you can't worship false idols. Right. It's like, well, it all fits into the collective oneness of everything.
That's pretty much how I see things too.
Yeah.
Like the source. Yeah.
Yeah. Source. I like using source also, the term source. Yeah.
Very cool. So, do you feel supported by your family now spiritually?
Yeah. They accept me. Like I accept me, so it's like I don't care if they accept me or not. So like they express their opinions sometimes, which are not fully accepting, but I'm just like, whatever.
Deal with it, right?
Yeah. Right. If anything, I wasn't fully accepting of my family growing up. I was just like, especially during my atheist phase, I was like, how can you believe in this BS? And then now I feel like a real jerk for having been like that. But
it's evolution. It's called evolution.
Yes. Every year I become more and more careful about being judgmental, especially when I see how blind I was. And, we're all fingers on the same hand, right? So if like I'm this finger and I'm getting pissed off at this finger for being an idiot, I'm just like, wait a minute, I think I'm an idiot.
That is a hard lesson. I am like really judgmental of judgmental people, which means I'm like defeating the purpose, right?
Right. And I think it comes down to us being critical of ourselves, right? When we're accidentally critical of others. Yeah.
I think we're all still a work in progress. Seriously. And that's okay. That's the
Yeah.
right direction to be in.
That's why we're human. We're here to be human and to learn and grow and experience all the pitfalls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, another fan of the term source. And I really had an awakening when I studied Hinduism. Ooh, where all the facets of the same divine source, including gods and goddesses. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I practice yoga. And I like to read about Krishna. Hey, in the Bhagavad Gita, and very fascinating stuff. Hello, everybody.
Not judging judgmental people is actually a form of acceptance and non-judgment.
Yeah.
I suppose it's all in how you look at it, right?
Yeah,
Or
well, it's fascinating.
how targeted or triggered you get from that judgmental person.
Yeah, and I do think it's important. The only thing not to tolerate is intolerance, right? Because when you tolerate intolerance, it's kind of like being on the side of the oppressor and that whole thing. And so, it's a fine line navigating it. Just
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go there, honey. Let's keep this fun. All right. Let's see. What about, do you have a stronger connection? I noticed that, well, obviously it would be, but your deck that we're going to be talking about later, it's so beautiful with the elements.
Thank you.
You're strong on the elements. So do you have a certain element that you feel stronger to?
I can tell you the element I feel least connected to.
Okay.
Which happens to be the earth element, which you are featured in.
Great, thanks. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it was very connecting working on the Queen of Earth, or the Healer of Earth card, right? Healing my own connection through creating that artwork. I was watching the film Avatar while editing that. So that gives me kind of a sense, of where my head was at. Yeah, but I can be really in here, very airy, very emotional and watery, and very like this is actually a problem, but like chasing spiritual highs. But that's like me not like me bypassing my emotional stuff sometimes. But so I'm like all of these other things, but earth is truly my true medicine is in earth, because earth grounds me and it actually allows all these other connections I have to, I don't know, become something substantial.
Well, I think star seeds or light workers especially need to connect with the earth, because they are the ones that can easily get, the grounding is so important. Right. Yes.
Yeah. That leads to problems too. And also like disconnecting from the physical self. That's why I love the asana limb of yoga, because it's like really puts you in your body and has mindfulness as you move through the different asanas. So yoga has been a great gift for me.
Wonderful. I've still yet to check that out. When I think of yoga, I think of like the game Twister, and my body just don't want to move in those ways. That's probably just my horrible, misconception.
Yeah. You definitely get down on
really fun.
Yeah, it was, right? Lots of like weird boundary things with people. Like, ooh, we're touching. This is weird. Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite season of the year?
Summer. Yeah, definitely summer. Shout out to summer. Hey, in the chat. But yeah, summer is my favorite season. I think because of school is always out in the summer, so like freedom. No more. I wasn't a fan of school at all.
That's funny. I want to like yoga.
There are days I feel like that.
That's funny. So, and I know this is a silly question, but it kind of isn't because there's a broader part of it. Do you use divination? And if so, what types of divination do you use?
I do. I use tarot and I use meditation. So I see meditation as a way of connecting just to the magic of being. And like when you're kind of in the moment and not in your head, I don't know, there's just this clarity. If and when you can tap into that kind of clarity, right?
Yeah.
So meditation is definitely a form of divination for me. And then tarot speaks to my conscious mind and helps me navigate things. So, yeah.
Excellent. So, what is your sun sign? You know, I love
Cancer.
astrology, so I want
Yeah,
to know this.
I don't know my real sky sun sign, but my Western astrology sun sign is Cancer. I think in Vedic astrology, it's Virgo, which is interesting. But I identify with my sun sign and also my moon sign, which is Leo, which I think is where the little literal sunny side of me comes from.
Maria, Western astrology is the same as you, Cancer and Leo rising.
Wow. Wow, wow,
Wedding
wow.
night of
Cool.
Avalon. You know,
That's so cool.
very cool. And let's see, what's the next one?
You're an earth sign, right?
Yeah. Well, I am Capricorn in Western.
Yes.
And that's what I always knew about myself was to be Capricorn. I got little earlobes, so they keep on falling out. And in
Oh,
Vedic, I am also Capricorn. But in every single system, I'm always on the cusp. So in Western, I'm on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. In Vedic, I'm Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp. Well, I'm 2 degrees into Capricorn. But in real sky, which is the actual, you know, where there really are, I'm actually Sagittarius. Who knew?
wow. I'm not surprised because isn't Sagittarius kind of like the philosopher and the like
The
free
seeker.
spirit? Yes,
The
seeker. Yes, yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fitting.
It definitely resonates. That's why as soon as I see it, I'm like, okay. Yep. There's no, you know, but anywho. So do you know what your tarot birth cards are? No, this is based off of your like life path.
I'm pretty sure I am Emperor and Death.
So you're 4?
Yes,
Life path 4?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like 4 from 13 or 4 from like 22. I don't know what the number was that broke down to 4, but it ended up at 4.
You could be all of them.
Yeah.
But
that's me.
Strong foundations, though. Strong foundations. Yeah. All right. So do you use a significator card in the tarot for yourself? Do you associate yourself with a certain card, or do you do it based off of like your astrological sign or what?
So in terms of the astrological signs, based on the Builders of the Addendum system, which is kind of an extension of it, well, it is an extension of the Golden Dawn system, but it's slightly different than it's slightly different in some way, like moved over a little bit. Anyways, in that system, I believe I'm the Knight of Wands, which is kind of fitting. Like I do a lot of I take on a lot of projects, and like I have like this creative fire that's like I got to do this and I got to do it fast, and I have to get it like that happens a lot. But in terms of like my filmmaker side, I would say I identify as the King of Wands. And in terms of my spiritual healing side, I identify both with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups, like the compassionate inner parent and the messed up inner child.
So it depends on like what you're reading for, the significator card, more or less. that is fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I see all the court cards. They're all different facets of like one whole self. And so it's like if I'm wanting to bring forth that part of me or get advice from that part of me, that's how I'll work with them.
I gotcha. That's wonderful. And
Yeah.
you know, I for me, it's not about usually what I'm reading. It's usually about how am I feeling that day. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, do I feel like I'm this all knowing and seeing, you know? Am I
High
catching everything?
priestess.
Or am I just like, oh man, exactly.
Yeah.
What am I
I
missing
love
here? Yeah.
That's like such a good way to attune to the current energy that you have, right? And then like read that situation. I love that. Ooh.
Jonathan says, I had a psychic tell me that I use the tarot as a crutch and that I don't need a deck to receive answers. I agree. Nobody needs to receive answers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true.
people have talked about, you know, well, we did a thing, a tarot, tea tarot and tiaras. And one of
Uh-huh.
the questions that Maria had set up for it was like, do you use tarot too much? When is like overkill kind of stuff, right? And for me, it was actually, and I know a lot of people that have been in the tarot community for a long time, they've used tarot for a long time. I'm just the opposite. I mean, I didn't find tarot until I was 47. So I
Yeah.
don't use it as much. I don't rely on it. It's always been like my dreams and experiences that helped, you know,
Yeah.
rather than the tarot. But now, yeah, I'm leaning more on the tarot side. But
Yeah. Well, it creates such a world view to filter things through, and like I can see all the elements in every situation and be like, oh, well, this is this element heavy, or this is like, I don't know. I just see these archetypes everywhere. And so
yeah,
like I do have different decks for different areas of life. And like if I'm like immersed in that area, like career, which I'm actually not too focused on right now, but in that area I have a deck and I'm just like I'll pull like just as I'm going through my day just to be like, what am I thinking right now?
what am I thinking? Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good way to check up on it, though, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
see if you're
Yeah.
merged. Yeah.
That could be a crutch though, huh?
Well, see, I look at it like a crutch. Like if you can't answer a question for yourself, like ever, and you're
Yeah.
always always going to the tarot deck, I see that as an issue.
Yeah.
Personally, I see that as an issue where you are not trusting your own gut to make a decision about something. Like, hey,
Yeah.
should I go to that store today and pick that up? Or what is the tarot going to tell me about it? You know,
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
so, but that's just my take.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Hi,
Hi.
Candy. Oh. And I just get done saying that.
Oh, yeah.
To each their own, okay? To each their own. You deal with however you need to in your life, however you see fit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. I don't want to be judgmental.
Yeah, and like what if that psychic is like what if she or he is like leaning on their spidey senses? How about that, huh?
Yeah. Although I don't think it's a bad thing to trust in your own gut rather than
Yeah.
using a tool. I never
Yeah.
think that's a bad thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right. So is there a current deck that is your favorite right now?
I've been like really in love right now with the California Tarot. I've been working with that one a lot. I actually have it next to me if you want to see
Oh,
it.
yes, because I've not heard of that one.
Oh my gosh, let me just show you. Because like I knew there were some show and tell questions, so look at the backs.
Oh, those are so pretty.
I love it. These are the California Poppies, and so I don't know. I just love this deck because it has a lot of California history in it, which is really cool. I couldn't tell
Oh,
you who these people are, but I looked to the guidebook, and I don't know. I've just been liking learning about California history a lot. And that's where I'm at, by the way. I'm in California. And I think Jonathan, I saw a walkthrough on his channel. So
I can't keep up with everybody. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, everyone go check out his video. It's a really great deck.
Awesome. Let's see. Not getting rid of my cards anytime soon. I wouldn't either. I definitely wouldn't.
Never.
I mean, technically, I look at it just as a tool anyways to maybe help guide your intuition, right?
For me, I see it like a mirror. It's a mirror to both our subconscious self and also our superconscious self. And so it's like, I don't know, it's a great way to converse with those parts of us. And
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Yes, the backs are gorgeous. I love those backs.
Yeah.
All right. So what about, do you have a favorite card in the tarot? And I just mean not specifically one deck, but in general, a certain card that you always like tend to go for.
I like the sun card. Literally, the sun card is my favorite card. And it always will be.
It's a good card.
I'm going to have like a bad experience with the sun card now, and it's going to be my least favorite.
No.
It's always like, even when I was a little kid, like the sun card, maybe because it has like the RWS has like the little kid on it. I don't know. It always felt like happy place, safe place. Yeah.
I always just see the sun very similar to, kind of like the same way that I look at the star card, but I look at the sun like just really illuminating any situation, bringing joy and light to the situation.
Yeah.
So I can definitely connect with that also.
Yeah. It's a beautiful card.
Yeah. Oh yes, definitely. So, do you have specific decks that you're working with right now?
So I've been working with the California Tarot just for like learning more about California history, and I've been doing a lot more readings for my friends lately using okay, so I use 4 decks together. The Cosmic Visions Tarot, which I saw, go watch Rachele's walkthrough. It's you're gonna buy it instantly.
It's a great deck. Yeah.
Look at that box. It's just so yummy. But
I know, right?
It's such a great deck. I actually found it from someone in Florida, so I got a really good shipping price on it. Yeah. So that one with the Light Seers Tarot, I use the Cosmic Visions as the bulk of the reading. I use the Light Seers for the shadow, and I've been using the Animal Spirit by Wild Unknown for a message from Spirit, and then Connected and Free Oracle as clarifying cards. And so that's like the main readings I've been doing. And then I also have been doing like quick and dirty readings where it's like no nonsense if you want like the harsh truth readings using I have it here.
I like that. Quick and dirty.
Yeah, quick and dirty. It's like pretty harsh. That's the liminal space. Postcards from the liminal space and the Intuitive Heart Tarot, which I've done a walkthrough.
Beautiful walkthrough.
Thank you. I was so hyped when I opened the box. I was so excited to find the deck so fast. But those two together, because the Intuitive Heart, I think that's what it is. Intuitive, is that what it's called? The Intuitive Heart Tarot?
I'm not sure. I don't have it, but I know which one you're talking about. It's like a light blue box. And isn't there somebody walking across with an umbrella maybe?
Yeah. Or no, I don't know. I don't remember. But because I don't have
too many decks.
Yeah. But like that, I feel like that's a really great like sort of RWS clone like it gives you just like the symbolism, but it also has a nice like new take on it at the same time, which I like. I really like having like this new perspective added to the cards. Yeah, those are the ones I've been working with.
Nice. So, would you consider yourself a collector? And if so, how many decks do you have? Do you know?
Okay, so I did a quick count today and I have under 50 decks.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's tarot and oracle.
That's a good
And I'm
number.
just realizing I forgot two, but it was in like the almost 40 range. But it might be 41 cards or decks under 50.
That's good. That's a
Is it?
manageable amount. I think so.
And I'm telling myself, like, I'm a deck creator. I need to see all of these different
That's
perspectives.
right.
And yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm understanding the creative process.
The things we tell ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I love it. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Would you say, well, first of all, how long have you been reading cards approximately?
So, it's a complicated question for me because I got my first deck when I was when I was in elementary school, but I wouldn't say that I was reading tarot then, but I was learning tarot when I was a kid. And it really was scary for me when I was a kid, so then I kind of put it away. And then my sister stole my deck. Sorry, I'm never gonna let it go. My big sister, I know she took it. Anyways, I don't let things go for some reason. But so then I had a tiny tarot deck that I've been like consulting. Like it's literally like this big, the deck. And I've been consulting that on and off my whole life. But always like looking up like what the meanings are. And I wouldn't say, and it wasn't until like a couple years ago where I was like, I got into oracle cards then. And when I got into oracle cards, that opened up my intuition because it's not a set meaning. It's like you just read it. And then I was like, okay, so I can work with tarot cards in that way too, like intuitively and understand like the structure that all the tarot cards fit into. But yeah, oracle cards actually opened me up to working with tarot cards more elegantly, I guess. So I don't know. It's been a couple years. It really, I started really taking it seriously when I was in Chicago. I was like 2017, maybe 2018, like right before, like 2017, maybe I started like really taking it seriously. Mini me is waving hi.
She's just the cutest ever.
Yeah.
So would you say in that time that your reading style has changed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I've had more of my spiritual path to build on using tarot, whereas like when I was a kid, I liked Harry Potter and I was like, ooh, this feels like Harry Potter magic. Um, and so it was more fun, but not actually, um, I don't know. I thought I was talking to dead people with the tarot cards when I was little. Um, and that's what freaked me out. But now it's like more of a spiritual tool for me. Like even divination, like I mentioned, I do it through meditation, right? It's just connecting. The star card is what feels like meditation to me. It feels like meditation.
My dog, he can hear the kids on. He was just getting ready to, I seen him. He was getting ready to just go crazy.
Dogs are
Sorry.
so cute. Dogs are like they're just so in the moment.
I
But yeah,
love
I feel
him.
like
He's just got a really, really strong bark.
oh,
Especially when it's like right next to you because he's like my shadow. But
oh,
anyway, sorry.
I really want a golden retriever really badly.
Oh, they are so beautiful. Wow, they
Yeah,
are so beautiful.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. Something about the star card.
Yes, the star card. Yeah.
The star card feels like meditation and like the healing that comes through meditation and like connecting with like the true self. It's like yoga, like finding that union with that infinite self and the temporal self. And like while also like navigating the collective unconscious. It's like yeah. So my tarot practice is very much built on my spiritual practice.
Absolutely. Yes, I
Yeah.
love that.
I feel like
I
it's similar to you in that sense because you didn't get into tarot until like your spiritual practice really evolved.
Yes, I've been studying and studying and studying stuff for years,
Hmm.
right? But there was, I mean, it just never really went into a practice. It was just me absorbing information, information, information. And
Yeah.
then I finally just came to a point where I was like, you know what? Put up or shut up. You know, just I need
Mhm.
to start practicing some of these things in order to enrich my life rather than
Yeah.
just read about it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And what's great about tarot, right? It's like you can path work with each of the cards too and spend time with them and like it really shows up in your life and it's like it becomes less memory, more embodied memory. It's like, yeah, I can relate to that.
I and I don't know if there are people that actually read tarot that don't read it from their spiritual standpoint. Maybe there are. I don't know. But
So
I
there's
don't think I could. I there's no separation for me.
yeah, same. Tom Benjamin. I don't know if this is like if he doesn't read it spiritually, but I chose him for the Hangman card because he has a more it's not a spiritual approach. Like he works with the Marseille deck and he like reads the cards.
Okay.
And it's not a spiritual thing for him as far as I can tell. Don't quote me on that actually. Like
Right.
you should like see one of his videos. But I like that too. Like that's why he is a great hanged man in terms of the mirror he represents in my spiritual practice. It's like not taking the cards too seriously and also seeing them as like the playing cards that they are and like this fun divination practice.
I wished I could be more like that. I seriously do.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I don't ever take spirituality uh, and because they're so closely intertwined. I look at everything as a spiritual thing. So
Hmm.
I always really have. But
Yeah.
yeah. But I wish I could just be more fun and free with it sometimes and just
Yeah.
let things go.
Well, like
So,
there's such a duality to this reality, right? We have this subjective reality and then objective reality, and they both impact the way we navigate the world. And so
yeah.
it's like I'm always looking at things from like the temporal perspective and then like the top down spiritual perspective. And it's like that's why he's the hangman for me. Because it like flips things upside down for me. And it's like it I don't know. And like, I went through that atheist journey and then now I'm like here. It's like two sides of the same coin for me. I can't put it into words.
Now, I do agree with that.
Mhm.
However, psychology and spirituality are intertwined for me.
Same.
So I don't separate that. So I mean, I think it's all part, just like I think astrology and numerology and everything, it's all part of the big plan, you know?
Yeah.
So I look at every situation, the bad stuff and the good stuff, as is this a learning moment? What am I learning out of this situation? I want to be more the observer in my life
Mhm.
rather than the reactor always. That doesn't always work, but that's what
Yeah.
I aim for. So
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
division for me. So.
Yeah. They're all just like different facets of the same spectrum and like you can zone in on one's like facet or I don't know, see the whole rainbow at the same time.
She says, did you two plan your backgrounds? LOL, blue and yellow is the main live chat. You know what? I thought of Vivi and the picture that she gave me and the sunflowers, and I thought I got to do that. And so I seen this picture on Canva, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do that. I thought it would frame it really nice, and it just worked out. I love Canva.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So sorry, off track a little bit there, but
no, I love the background so much.
So do you do any daily rituals?
I drink coffee every morning. And it really does, like, if I don't have like a warm cup of coffee every morning, like my day does feel kind of thrown off, actually. But I don't know, that's my only routine thing that I have. Like, I want to say I do yoga every day, but I don't. So just my morning cup of joe.
Gotcha. So what about your dreams? Do you do dream work? Do you remember your dreams? Oh, let's hear it.
Yes, I remember my dreams. And especially lately, I've been taking melatonin to sleep. Just because of all the unnatural light that I have, like a lot of screen time, the melatonin helps. And that's been helping me even more. So if anybody out there wants to remember their dreams, try melatonin. And especially like on the full moon, this past full moon, I had a hypnotherapy session, and it was like a collective hypnotherapy session. Her name is Kristen. I don't remember. Kristen from the Healing Woods. She did it, and it was so awesome. And that night I had a really vivid dream pertaining to what I personally explored through that hypnotherapy session. It like brought things to the surface for my subconscious mind to detangle. And Ooh, you've been taking melatonin. Yes, the dreams are crazy. They're so wild. They're very
What is your blood type, honey? If you don't mind me asking, what's your blood type?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I wish I knew. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Will you tell me?
Yes. What does the blood type reveal? What kind of information can you get from blood type?
I just want to know if there is a difference between people that are negative blood type and positive, because I have seen more people that are negative say they don't easily remember their dreams. And I've seen the more positive people, and that's not always the case. There are exceptions to that. But and what are those exceptions? I mean, is it something that they've unlocked in themselves spiritually if they're remembering? Or, I mean, just questions. I'm always seeking. So I have found that more positive remember easier. So
I will let you know when I know. Like I know I've had tests done somewhere where it's written down somewhere. I just don't remember. So
awesome. I'm sorry.
You should do a database and like have like a whole thing where people who know their blood type can submit it and then do a little survey. That would be so fascinating.
I need to do something like that. Definitely. Yeah. See, that is awesome. I love the little alien too there, just saying. And I wonder if it has anything to do with areas also, where you live. Because Deanne, you're also in Michigan, right? Everybody I know in Michigan, well, I guess I can't say that. My daughter is O negative and she hardly remembers unless she just doesn't want to talk to me about it. But she says she doesn't. And my husband, he always says he doesn't remember, but I can hear him. I know that he's dreaming. He just doesn't remember when he wakes up. So I don't know what that's about. Yeah.
It could be also with how stressed out a person is. Like, I feel like the more when you wake up, for me, this is like totally anecdotal, but when I wake up more stressed out, I'm more like trying to snap to it and figure out like my day ahead. And the less I have to do that, like the more time I get to spend with coffee in the morning, right? The more I remember these things.
You are right, Julianne. I mean, obviously, what I have, it's just by talking to a few people. It's definitely no real study or anything like that.
I love
Yeah, there
how
would have to be a consensus or something.
Julianne is like, you'd have to do this and figure this out. I
Just
love
calling me
that.
out.
I like Julianne's brain, very systematic. Simple.
Yeah. All right, let's see. You work with crystals, don't you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. What are your favorite ones?
I actually just brought some here.
Thank you.
I have 3 to show. So
Okay.
this is my citrine. This is like
Beautiful.
my favorite. And I got this tiny little Larimar. I think that's how you say it.
Beautiful.
And I like these 2. They work with my Leo moon energy. Okay. I just got this one. This doesn't belong to me. It belongs to me and my partner, and it's for our wedding.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look at
Yeah.
that beauty. Woo.
Yeah. This is for our wedding ceremony, and it's going to be passed around, and everyone's going to blow a blessing into it. It's just a part of the ceremony, and
That is
I
beautiful.
love it. Thank you. Thanks.
That's beautiful.
Those are my current faves.
You know what? Oops, it just went up. She says that your Cancer energy should make you a good dreamer. You know what? Have you talked with people in your practice, Julianne? Have you noticed dreamers and their sun sign or their, rising sign? Any difference? Have you talked like that? That's interesting.
Yeah.
See? There we go.
Yeah.
Another rabbit
Like my
hole.
Cancer side is very I do feel more psychically in tune with my Cancer side, and I do have a heightened spidey sense sometimes, and then I think it helps with the dream work stuff as well. I feel like dream work is like such a Jewish thing too. Like not only Jewish, but like I know there's like a story in the Bible where like I think it was Joseph maybe. He was like he interpreted the dreams for like the Pharaoh or something, and like I was like, I do that all the time. Maybe it's just my culture.
Interesting. Yeah, that's why I was wondering, because Maria, she is a Cancer in Western, and she hardly ever remembers her dreams.
Oh.
So, yeah. That's why I wonder if it's a matter of maybe where you live geographically, or whether or not it has to do with blood type. I mean, there's so many different things, but it's just, my mind is just, rabbit hole. Let's go check this out.
I love that you like to see the connections between things too. That's like a beautiful part that I love.
Yeah, always analyzing everything.
Yeah,
it can be a curse too. Trust me.
Aww.
All right, so let's see. Do you have any special skills or hobbies that you'd like to tell us about?
I make movies.
Your movies are so good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like to make movies, and I see myself as a storyteller. So I don't know if it's like a hobby or just woven into everything in my life. Because like the tarot cards are very much storytelling for me as well. And but yeah, and I used to be a dancer. I still choreograph. Yeah.
Was it a squirrel or was it a chipmunk?
In
your video. Yes, Scout's Under.
Squirrel.
That was so cute. I love that. I thought that was a great story.
He's in the tarot deck actually.
Oh, is he?
He's my happy squirrel card.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. Fernando. Yeah.
I love that.
I love Fernando. He's like in the tarot deck, he's gonna be like the the cosmic joke, like what you're seeking is yourself card, and like, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love how deep you are. I love that. We could talk forever, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite book or artist? Or both? One of each or a couple of each?
I've talked about this book series before. I really love his Dark Materials. It's a fantasy book series. That one really impacted my worldview in terms of seeing spirituality as not mutually exclusive with science. And it's just like that. It opened up a new perspective for me, even though it's fiction. So I would say that book series, it's a trilogy, is I would say my favorite, just because of the impact it's had. Yeah. And like I reread it recently, like 2 years ago or last year. I reread it and it wasn't as great as the first time I'd read it, but the impact is what I love about it.
Can you name it again, honey? Because you're kind of going in and out. Is it just me? Or do you...
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. Obviously, we can't help our connections, but...
I'm seeing on my computer, I look a little bit like pixelated.
So what is the name of the series?
The book is his Dark Materials.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I love that. That's like also the same series as what is it? What are they called? Shadowhunters.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out.
The TV series. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I'm going to check it out.
Oh, there's like 3 or 4 seasons, I think now. It's really good. And they're always like using the wands to draw like runes, magical runes on their body and stuff.
Oh, so cool. I love TV. I'm more of a TV person. So I'm going to actually write that down. Shadowhunters?
Yes, Shadowhunters.
Okay.
And it's based on the first one, the first book, I think, Shadowhunters.
Cool.
I think so. Or maybe it is their Dark Magic. I'm not sure. All right.
I'm a TV person.
Well, with saying that, what is your favorite TV series then? Are you watching anything?
Right now, I just finished WandaVision. Holy crap. That show is so good. Have you seen it?
Well, yes. I loved WandaVision. Yes.
So good. So that one I've been obsessed with that one recently. I'm so sorry my video is going in and out. I don't know why it's like that.
You maybe want to try going out and coming back in. Sometimes when I have technical problems, it fixes it.
Yeah, I'm going to try that right now.
All right. I have not read the books. I only seen the series. So, on TV. But I have also seen the one movie where they were in the cities that were moving. Is that his Dark Materials, maybe? I can't remember. But that sounds really, really good. And there we go.
Hey.
And she's back.
I don't know if it's better.
It seems a little bit better, so hopefully.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So TV series?
WandaVision. I've also been watching Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Oh, I love Star Trek. I'm a Trekkie, definitely.
It's so great.
It was something that we were doing. What was it? And I automatically got this feeling. Oh, when I was doing my pick a card readings, it's like I seen like Star Trek like cross in front of my face, and it was like to boldly go where no one has gone before, like that kind of like starseed kind of thing.
Wow.
Like, oh yeah, but I'm a Trekkie. I love Star Trek.
It's such a good show. It's so good.
Any other series that you are watching right now or that you have enjoyed?
Um, hmm. I just watched The Queen's Gambit. That was really good.
I don't think I know that one.
Oh, it's on Netflix. It's like a coming of age story. And so what I like about that one is you see a woman explore her sexuality. And this is like a small part of the story, but she explores it and it's not a big thing. There's like no shame attached to it.
Right.
And that's like something like otherwise it's like a pretty basic story in my opinion. But that part of it, like the no big deal thing, I was just like, this is awesome. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, cool. What about like which movies or series? Do you have any favorite which
Which
movies or series?
I used to love growing up. I used to love Sabrina the Teenage Witch so much. Like doing this, boop, like using your finger. I love that. Um, I really also liked Harry Potter. That's a film series. The
That's
new
okay.
Sabrina,
Movies. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Sabrina. Okay.
The new Sabrina isn't my favorite. It's like, it's so dark. It's really scary.
I
Yeah.
love it. I think it's good, but yeah. I never
It's
watched
so
the first one. I thought it was too light and fluffy.
really.
Yeah. That's funny.
I I have I get scared really easily, so I can only watch it during the day. And yeah.
So you're probably not going to be making any horror flicks, right?
No, no, not me. Like I almost did a horror film and like it didn't work out and I was kind of like I'm kind of grateful. It's not really my voice.
Mortal Engine, I think. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Animal
Gotcha.
Companion.
Okay. That's on HBO, isn't it?
Yes, they have it on HBO. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I am thinking of two different series then. Shadowhunter is from Mortal Engines,
Mm.
and his Dark Materials that you were talking about. Now I get it. Isn't that also? I was somehow thinking that was based off of like the Golden Compass.
The Golden Compass is the first book in the trilogy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now I'm getting it. I'm with you guys now. I watch
Yeah.
more TV than I do read books. I know it's sad, but that's just the truth of it. All right.
There's magic in like our collective unconscious, like all these shared TV shows that we watch. There's like power in that and magic in that. So yeah, don't discount television.
Oh, I love it. Always have, and movies, always. But I think that we grow when we see other people's stories,
Yes.
especially when
Yes.
we can put ourselves into them. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so if you could, well, do you have a certain period other than now that you feel really drawn to?
Um, ah, maybe the future. Like I really want to like see the future. Um, and then like I kind of want to see if the future loops back into the past. Um,
You are so cute, I swear.
that's where I'm at. Like, I'm like, if we're on this part of the continuum and it's an infinite loop, I want to see what's on this side of the continuum. Um, but I also kind of want to go back and I think this is the next question. I'm not sure,
It
but
is.
I wanna go back and I want to have a talk with Jesus or Yeshua.
Yeah,
Um, and also Mary Magdalene, and I want to be like, okay, what's
exactly.
going on between you guys? Is this a thing? Are you guys just friends? What's going on?
Of all the things you could ask them, you want to get the down and dirty about their love affair, right?
Yeah,
That's so
like
cute.
I feel like she's gotten so much crap, And she's like,
Yes.
I'm just trying to teach you guys what he taught me. And like, you guys are calling me a prostitute? Like, that's messed up. Not that
Exactly.
there's anything wrong with sex work. It's just like, if she's not a sex worker, why call her that?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm
Oh,
curious.
we could talk about all that because, I definitely do not believe that he really died. I believe that
Ooh,
I believe that they were married and had children and yada, yada, yada. But anywho,
like the Da Vinci Code?
yeah, yep,
Okay, that's a really good movie, by the way.
it really is. Yes. But I
Yeah.
do believe, I don't know if I believe it exactly like that, but I believe that there's more to it that was like hidden. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I want
but
to
I
go into
believe that
the
about
vault.
everything. So,
I really want to go into the vaults in the Vatican and be like, what you got
uh,
hiding here? What are
yes.
you suppressing?
Uh, spend a lifetime down there because there's so much information.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So you do have a website,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah,
And
it's vivivaron.com. It's my name.
the Mystic Meadow, we were talking about this
Yeah,
beforehand.
yeah. It's a page on my website. I'm thinking about making it its own thing now, like the mysticmeadow.com, but it's not a thing yet. Um, though I do own the URL now. But the Mystic Meadow is this page that I'm curating, and it just has different resources relating to mysticism. So for anyone like on a mystic path, it's full of like goodies for you.
Awesome. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
All right. So let's move past pretty much everything else here.
Okay,
Let's talk the stack.
okay.
It is the Mystic Path Tarot. I'm sorry, my thing keeps falling out.
Oh,
And if you guys follow Vivi, which down below in the description is her Instagram, go
yeah,
and check her out because she has all the pictures all over her Instagram of the tarot deck that she is doing so far.
yeah.
And how many cards do you think that you have left? I mean, you've done the majority, right?
I've done, yeah, the bulk of them are complete. I still have to do the Justice card from the majors, otherwise they're all complete. I have to do um the suit of air and the suit of no, sorry, that's complete. Um
Thank you, Jonathan.
I have three kings left, the suit of fire and the suit of what no, earth, the suit of earth. Sorry. Oh, yeah,
It's just stunning. So
yeah. Oh, thank you.
what made you start the whole thing? I know you were kind of telling me a little bit about it.
So I had an ending to another Oracle deck that I had been working on, and
Mhm.
I wasn't doing the art for that. I was just doing the writing, which is now part of the Mystic Meadow, all the stuff that I wrote. Um, but the death of that actually gave birth to this, because it showed me that I really wanted to continue creating.
Mhm.
Um, and then synchronistically, if anyone knows Maha from Maha's Treasure Box, um, which you probably all know, I was making an image for her website, a photo collage image. And after I made it, I was like, Maha, you look like the high priestess. Like she's an astrologer and it looks super like mystical and awesome. And I was like, this looks like the high priestess. And I was like, this could be a tarot card. Like I just didn't know that I had those skills until I did it. And then I was like, yeah, just been continuing and growing through the process. And yeah.
And what is so special about this? I mean, I know, and I think a lot of people that are in this chat know what's so special, other than what you are putting into it yourself. But you are including so many people in the tarot community in this
Yeah.
beautiful deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it started with Maha, right? And I was like, wow, I have so many. new tarot friends now because of TarotTube, and people that I love nerding out about tarot with so much. Like, and like with each person, it's like a different thing we connect about with tarot. Like maybe it's a deck, or maybe it's like the structure of tarot, or how we've healed with tarot. It's like just this jumping off point for connecting with people that I really love. And I'm just like, I get so inspired by my friends, and I'm like, hey, come be a part of this, right? Like, and like literally I can't do it without my friends. Like I'm not an artist.
You
um
are. You are definitely an
oh,
artist.
thank you, thank you. And it feels nice though, collaborating with each person, and like each person is different to collaborate with. Some people have like their energy is really conducive to the card, or some people just reflect back a different aspect, or represent something in our community. And so it's like it's fun to work with different people too. Also exhausting though. It's energetically exhausting for me.
I'm sure it is. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'm just like I'm a shy person. I have a little bit of social anxiety. And so like reaching out to each person was really like it always feels like life or death each time I reach out to someone. So, yeah.
That's got to be difficult, but you're overcoming it. So
Yeah. Yeah. I've overcome it, and I am tapping out a little bit, like reaching out to the last few people. I'm just like, "Oh my God." Because like I've kind of like exhausted like um a lot of the people I connect with more regularly. And
Mhm.
so it's like, especially like like I mentioned before, I don't know a lot of men for some reason. I don't know a lot of men, and I'm like,
Jonathan Daly.
Jonathan, hey, friend.
Yeah. He said he just subscribed to your channel too. Check him out. You
Oh,
know, I
thank
know
you.
there's not tons of guys in the tarot community. So
Yeah, yeah. And so like I feel like I'm 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 like, what is this telling me about myself, right? Like that I don't know a lot of men, like I don't connect with them. So it's been eye-opening.
well, and seriously, I mean, in the real world, I think we are pretty, balanced as far as men and women, but in the tarot community, it
Yeah,
is like what, 95% women and 5%
yeah,
men.
yeah.
So
It's
that's
very
doesn't
interesting.
say about you.
Yeah,
That would be difficult for anybody. But
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I haven't shared it, but I did a whole video about having an inferiority complex to men also. I know that I have that internalized, but it's been too raw to share yet, but it goes deep.
So have you started writing this along with doing all of the cards?
The
Right,
the thing
like a
about
guidebook. Are you doing a guidebook for it?
oh yeah, so if you've been reading my Instagram posts, those are kind of the guidebook entries. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, I need to know who the audience is, so I'm like writing it to my friends on Instagram. And I've also written stuff that's not on Instagram for the guidebook. I've written like about the structure and how everything fits together. And like I've made charts like for the major arcana, like how there's a linear storyline through the tarot tableau, and then there's also vertical storylines that happen with like the different energetic ways that they're all connected. Um, so I'm like writing that up as well. Yeah.
Very
And
cool.
also the court cards.
I didn't realize because I knew that you did that, but I didn't know that's what was going in your guidebook. So that's really
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's nice. It's fun.
yeah. Laura says, I love every time there is a new card reveal. Me too. I
Oh,
love
thank you,
it
Laura.
because they're just so damn good.
It's a lot of fun, and like it's a rush. Every time I share one, I'm like, oh my God, are they gonna like it? Are people gonna hate it? It's like
It was a
yeah.
great idea, seriously, to go through the tarot community because we all know each other kind of. And
Yeah.
those that don't, we're gonna meet through that too. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
very
and
cool.
the guidebook is gonna have there's gonna be a digital guidebook and a printout guidebook as well, and there's going to be links to everyone's channels and stuff, so they can dive deeper.
Wow, that's really good. It is a really great idea. Yes.
Yeah.
And there's many people that are in this chat right now that are, I believe, part of this deck. So
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So what kind of a timeline? Can you give us a timeline? I don't want to put any pressure or anything like that, because I know, but
I'm like,
do you have
linear
like a
time.
general what is time, right?
Yeah. So I'm planning a wedding simultaneously, and so that's taking priority, and like this has been like my decompression stuff. Like it's just so relaxing to make the artwork for it. And even writing out the guidebook has been relaxing for me. Like just zoning in has been so fun. But I don't know. After my wedding is in July. So after that.
Ooh. Happy wedding. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
So are you thinking about, like, after you complete it, putting it on like Kickstarter or something like that?
Yeah, I recently on Instagram did a vote. I said, are you more a fan of Kickstarter or print on demand? And it was narrowly, but more leaning towards Kickstarter. So that's like nerve-wracking. I've never done a Kickstarter before, but I'm going to, it's worth trying. Let's see if it gets funded through Kickstarter, right? That doesn't sound so hopeful, does it?
It is definitely gonna get picked up through Kickstarter.
You
Get
think
that?
so?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because like also I want to do each person who's in the deck, I want each person to have a copy. And so I'm working that into the Kickstarter as well. So there's a lot of factors, and I don't have a lot of I'm building up my confidence also in terms of like seeing myself as like an entrepreneur, because I've always felt more like a creative than anything. So yeah, I'm building my confidence.
I can understand that, but I want you to keep another thing in mind. You know a whole lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So reach out and just ask for help.
Yeah, and there's no harm in trying, right? There's no harm in putting it out there.
Exactly.
And that's a good way to live life.
That's right. A whole lot of friends.
Yeah.
So is it okay if I open it up for anybody that has any questions for you?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Perfect. You guys, if you have any questions for Vivi, please put them in there. Well, you don't have to put them in caps. I can see.
Yeah. And like I can see the questions from here, but they're kind of far away on my computer.
Oh yeah.
Catherine says, "Hey ladies, hi."
It is definitely going to go quick on Kickstarter. There's no doubt in my mind.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I have no gauge for these things. Like,
I think one of the biggest things that I've seen, one of the biggest things that I've seen so far, and I have limited experience on Kickstarter. I think I've only backed like, I don't know, 8 things or 9 things, somewhere around there. But I have looked at a lot of things and looked at stuff that didn't go through and stuff that did. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they go too big with their goal so that it's not met. Start off small, and then, even if, $5,000 worth of people get it, it's still something. It's a start.
Yeah, that's true. And it would probably be around 5,000 minimum for getting the minimum amount of decks printed from my research so far.
Love you too, sweetie.
Oh, hi. Hey.
So
how much longer? That's a good question. I need to talk to myself and find out.
You'll know as soon as she knows. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah, I think I know what the card backs are going to look like.
Oh, did you already put those on?
Oh, what was that?
Did you already put the backs? Did you show those on Instagram? I have to confess, I'm not really good with Instagram. I can't keep up.
I
So,
know, I know. It's a whole new ball game, Instagram. But I have not revealed the card backs yet because I'm kind of leaning towards doing like holographic backs because I don't know, it feels mystical. So yeah, just
sounds
like
like Star Trek.
yeah, yeah, and it really reveals how ungrounded I am too.
No, that sounds wonderful.
But any mythical creature, whom and why? Oh, okay. The first thing that popped up in my head is the Phoenix. Um, and that's just because I've gone through so many identity deaths in this life, like as a dancer and as a um, physical therapist assistant was a career path I was on for a while. And yeah, so I've had a lot of restarts in life. So yeah, Phoenix probably.
Beautiful.
Oh, also a fairy. I like fairies. And like also while I'm at it, probably a water elemental. I've just portrayed a water elemental and a fairy in shows before as a dancer, so those are close to my heart. Ooh, a narwhal because they're the unicorn of the sea. Those are my necklaces.
That's fun.
Yeah,
One Kickstarter because of Jonathan. So Jonathan
nice.
made you do it. I love that.
Yeah, nice.
Some of the ones that don't make it, they have goals that are so high, like 20K. Exactly. That's what I
Yeah,
have noticed, that they didn't reach the goal. They did good, but they didn't reach the
yeah,
goal, so it wasn't successful. So
yeah. Like I feel pretty like I really do want holographic backs, and I know that's kind of spendy. So I'm like, I kind of want that more than a box. So if it came to like choosing between that, I would probably make like a box the stretch goal. But I'm also gonna like have votes, see what people want also. But I really want shiny backs.
yeah.
Like I have the Tarot of Transformation, and I like put shiny backs on all of them. That's how much I love it. Yeah. I've done tons of research into all means of printing and funding. Just let me know what you want to, if you want to chat about it. Oh my God, yes, please. Yes, Julian, please. Oh my gosh. I'm I get so overwhelmed. They do
Yeah.
take a cut. They do take a cut. Yeah, that's a trade-off, right? That's a big trade-off. And like there's also Indiegogo, but then it's like with those you get funded, but if you don't make the full amount, what I like about Kickstarter is it's all or nothing. So that's what's nice about that. It's like more motivation.
Yeah. So what is your biggest time waster, distraction, and drama addiction? Are you actively working to overcome it and or them?
My biggest time waster. Okay, so first of all, I feel like that's filtered through the lens of productivity though, right? And like we live in a big productivity culture. And so first of all, I try not to put pressure on myself to be productive because I find that that actually become like bites me in the ass. Sorry.
No, no, you're fine. That it does do that for some people.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Me too. I
Yeah,
feel
so like
restricted by it. Yes.
yeah. And like so I try to view myself compassionately, but like so like like when I'm in the moment, like creativity just pours through me. So the more I get in my head, the less I actually get done. But like drama addiction, distraction, that's a good question. I do get caught up in drama a lot in like my personal life. I'm just like, because I have anxiety.
This is the biggest
Oh,
problem,
yes,
distraction, right? Social
yes.
media.
Social media. I heard someone describe social media as a god, and I was like, oh, it was Lennon on her channel is just called Lennon. She described it as a trickster god. And it's like you need to know how to work with social media, but then social media can kind of hijack the process, and then it becomes about social media and not about what you're doing. So yeah, social media is a big trickster god for me. And yeah, drama. I wouldn't say it's drama though. I'm just a sensitive person, and I'm so I treat everything as valid. All like the stuff I'm feeling is valid, and like I need to honor it. And like sometimes I have waves of depression that I just have to sit with, and they're a big part of making any of my projects has also been working with my mental health. I have mental health stuff that I have to navigate. And so like anxiety and depression are two things that I'm constantly navigating. But then leveraging too. I'm leveraging them also because they connect me more deeply with what's
I
going
was
on.
just going to say, that's why you are so creative also, though, because you feel so friggin' deeply. So,
yeah. Yeah.
It can be a blessing and a curse. Yes.
Yeah.
All in how you look at it.
Yeah. It's nice though, like I've been through the pattern enough that I know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, even if I can't see it. And like that, like I just said this to someone recently, like the shadow, you can trace the shadow back to the light. You can see like what's blocking the light too. So it's all revealing. Does Todd have any input on the card images? Good question. Todd is my primary sounding board, whether he likes it or not. So literally every change I make in a card, I'm like, Todd, do you notice the difference? What do you notice? And my mom also. My mom, I show her, I'm like, she's very interesting because I'm like, what do you see in the card? That's all I say to her because she doesn't know tarot. And I'm just like, what do you see? And she sees some really dark stuff sometimes. Just like what, where did you get that from? She's like, I see a dead person there and this here. And I'm like, what? Mother. But Todd gets to like be the first person who sees everything. And then Instagram.
That is so sweet.
Whatever Vivi has to be strong and evil. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You can always put the hole in the box and so on. Oh, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like really want the holographic. I know I'm in the midst of creating. Oh, no way. That's so cool. That's so cool, Catherine. So cool.
See you later, sweetheart.
Bye.
But not 100% sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like we were talking earlier, should I rely on or should I use tarot as a crutch? That is so good. Time wasters can be self-caring and much needed rest. Yes, right?
Exactly.
We have to like eliminate productivity thinking sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was saying, yeah, distracting. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She's
but
laughing.
I love you being here. Yeah. I kind of use Instagram as a crutch for feedback. I'm trying to be more confident and not rely on the feedback I get from like votes and all that.
Oh, it can be a slippery
Makeup too, yeah.
It can be a slippery slide, I think, when we do that. But just know, everybody loves it. Oh. It will definitely go when it's put on there. I mean, I think if we were to do a vote right now, everyone would go, yes, 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 all the way down.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I'm
and
like,
it's the truth.
I've noticed my art skills have gotten better as I've been making more cards. I hope it's not too noticeable. like, well, like the court cards are more refined, I feel like. what did your mom see in the Chariot card? Did she see it? I don't remember. I don't remember like the specific cards. She's seen all the cards. But like I can tell you she didn't know what a narwhal was when she saw the Chariot card. Oh my gosh, Amber, look, I'm wearing a narwhal.
That's cool.
Yeah. More the Jeffrey T. Todd T. James Charles. Oh, this is for makeup. I don't follow the makeup tube very much. I used to when I started.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to do my makeup from YouTube.
From YouTube.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it.
mine
Yeah.
is old school. I'm just like, okay, I'm done.
Your makeup always looks so good. It always looks so good. Yeah.
It's just like put a whole bunch of stuff on really quick. You know, it was like 30 minutes, or I mean, 30 minutes before I came into the background here, and I told the girls, I says, okay, I got to go put my work face on. Yuck, because I mean, it's like warm here today, and I got to put makeup on for, you know.
This is my first time wearing makeup, second time wearing makeup this year, actually. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're young and beautiful. So, anywho.
You're beautiful. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
What does my mom think of the Merkava? I don't know. Let me ask her. Like, she doesn't have good eyesight, I feel like. And I feel like when I ask her what she sees in the cards, like, I don't know, for some reason she sees it like those magic images, you know, where your eyes go blurry. Like, my mom's brain works interesting. I want that necklace. It's made by, I got it directly from the artist. She's in England, I think. Yeah.
Very cool.
I can't remember what her name is, though.
All right. So I think that's it with the questions. Thank you, everybody. That was great. Do you realize it's been an hour and a half?
Oh my God.
Really fast with you.
Oh, this was so fun. This is literally our first time actually talking. Isn't that?
It didn't seem like it though to me. It did not.
You're such a part of my life because I watch your videos that it's like, I don't know. I feel like I know you, but like that's also weird to say, right?
No. Well, I mean, not everybody shows their whole side. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. But I come pretty damn close. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't really hide too much of myself, even though my astrology says I do.
Who says that?
My astrology says I do, but I really don't. I don't.
Ooh.
I'm pretty much an open book. Unless there's stuff that I haven't even discovered about myself, which could be the case. You know, shadow.
I try to show my highlight reel.
Yeah. I just joined Insta. Okay, wonderful.
Who was that?
Leanne.
Oh my gosh, add me. I'll add you.
It's down below, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me today and for everybody for joining us. And I am very looking forward to watching all of the new cards as they come out and hearing all about that and watching your website for all the new stuff that you have that you put on there. So
thank you.
Thank you
so much for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evenings.
Bye.